All right, Tanner and Nick.
How's it going?
Woohoo! Tanner, you are a world record breaker.
I am.
What'd you do?
So I am Tanner Peterson. I am a local musician from Mankato, Minnesota, and I am here with Julian, who hosts the website worldrecordsofmusic.com, and he is here to interview me for the longest street performance, which I broke the record for the longest street performance, just me and my guitar, and I played for a total of 26 hours straight.
26 hours straight. How long ago did you do this?
This was September 13th, so it was Friday the 13th, and it was a full moon, and I started at 3 p.m. on Friday, and I finished at 5 p.m. on Saturday.
Wow. Okay. So why?
So I decided I wanted to do this because I knew I was turning 21 soon, and I figured I want to do something really cool, something that I personally can be proud of. So I decided to just go for it. I just said YOLO, and I just went for it, and I was glad I did it. It was a cool way to just help inspire other people. I helped inspire myself. I helped convince myself that I'm serious about doing music, and I wanted to show to other people that I'm serious about doing music. So that was my intention behind it.
Okay. Now, how long from the idea to doing it?
I came up with the idea in August, so it was about 1 month of planning before I went out and did it.
Okay. All right. And you were sitting with Nick when you had the idea, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was like, he didn't tell me about it till a few days before, and it was pretty much like, yeah, I want to do this world record thing, and I'm like, okay, great, let's find a date. And I was thinking he was going to do it on his birthday, but then he called me like a few days after and said, let's do it on Friday the 13th, and I'm like, yeah, that's like coming up here really soon.
Yeah. So having a friend be immediately supportive of the idea, how do you think that impacted your feelings about doing it?
It definitely forced me to do it, because it started out as just kind of like something you like when you're hanging out with your friends like on a Friday night, and you're like, oh, what if we did this, what if we did that, like just shooting the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of like said that to my friends Nick and as well as my friend Dustin Gill, and both of them said that that'd be a really good idea to do. So after they said that to me, that was when I got that social proof. I got that feedback of that's a positive, good thing to do. So yeah, I decided to do it.
Yeah, it's amazing. So the idea, you told me earlier, just kind of came to you as an idea. You didn't see that somebody else had done it and then decided to do it. It was an idea within yourself entirely?
Yeah, it was totally an idea that I just thought of one day. I think I was on the couch. I was just thought of the idea. That tends to happen to me, I guess, when I'm thinking about what I want to do next with my music. Because like the same way with a song just kind of comes to your head and you just get the inspiration to write it. It was kind of the same exact process of something kind of in my intuition was just saying that this is the right move for me at this time in my life. And yeah, so it was just kind of an intuitive feeling.
So you didn't know there was a such thing really as like an established world record around it until you started researching it?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I came up with the idea and I Googled it, and I saw the world's longest busk, and I saw it was held by Guitar Cubed in England, and I saw that it was doable. So I just figured that's something that's within my reach. And I had been street performing for the past 2 years, and that was kind of known as my favorite thing to do as a musician. Like that's always been the pure reason why I am a musician is to just go out and just play my guitar, just play music, and to just have that community experience with other people. without needing to feel like I'm above or below anyone. Just this is my message. This is my feelings that I'm experiencing, and people like to feel the same emotions and everything. So it's just kind of a letting go and and having that experience collectively. That's magical for me, to have that connection with complete strangers through just songs. So I figured that it's just something really cool to do.
Yeah. So, Nick, you were there for a lot of it.
Yes.
Observing, how did people respond to him? Maybe even in ways that he didn't see.
Well, a lot of people came out and wanted to actually sing with him. So, a lot of people were just loving it and saying, man, this is awesome, you're still here. Like, there's people that were at the bar before and saw him that night at the bar on Friday night, and then, they were pretty much going to lunch in the afternoon and coming back, and he's still here. He's still doing it. So, and then there was people that brought, pizzas, and business owners brought donuts, and just kind of a cool community feel, really. Like, a lot of people in the community came out and to support it and check it out.
So, hypothetically, let's say you never stopped. Obviously, you would have to physiologically, but let's say you were still going even right now.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 weeks later. How do you think it would have grown?
That's a really good question. I think if this was like a continuous thing and it was to continue like way beyond 26 hours, I think it would bring the community of Mankato. But we had friends and family visit from the Twin Cities for this, so we had people traveling from the Twin Cities
in only 26 hours.
In only 26 hours.
Oh yeah.
Just so you guys are aware.
Thank you.
So yeah, if you want to get anything now would be the time.
Last call.
Last call.
Last call.
All right, we'll finish up here. Thank you.
I'm good for now. I'll close out.
What was your last name again?
Anderson.
Anderson. Perfect.
Okay. So, all right. So you think it would have continued to draw more people from even the region, maybe?
I think, yeah, if it was a continuous thing, it would just keep growing, and it was a reason for people to come together. And it was a reason for people to experience positive music. Because for me personally, I only play positive music. I never play anything with like a sad ending or like a sad message to it. All my music has a positive meaning. Even if it sounds like a sad song, there's a positive message behind that. So it's a way for people to come together and to experience basically therapy together, because music is just therapy for me. It's how I process through my life circumstances. It's how I process through whatever challenges I'm going through, and it's a way to help other people through that as well. So yeah, it was an amazing thing. It was cool to see all those people come together and have so much fun together because of that.
So, as a spiritual experience, how much of it can you like not separate yourself from it? And then how much of it are you kind of observing it as like, weird, I did this thing? Like a totally separate perspective on it? I mean, how do you stay objective and subjective? Because you're the guy. I mean, all these people were focused on what you were doing.
Yeah.
So, what was that spiritual process and experience like for you?
I would say like very like introspectively and to almost a spiritual standpoint. I went through all the different emotions. I experienced pure bliss at times because it was just, this is what I love to do, and I was doing a cool accomplishment through that. And there's so many people that I was connecting with through that. But then I had low points too, where I had periods of I didn't know if I was going to be able to actually do this, if I was actually going to be able to finish. It was really cold that day. I kind of feel like I went through this period halfway through it where I was kind of encountering my own my own kind of angry, negative emotion self. And I just kind of held awareness to that, and I just kind of was aware that it was there. And luckily, I didn't really have much negative experiences with other people during the world record, but I could feel myself almost wanting to start like some kind of negative thing that was probably based off of fear of me not finishing, fear of anything really, just that fear of like failure, perhaps just fear of not quite making what I was hoping for. But I pushed through that fear. I decided to just be aware of it and push through it. So I guess looking at it really introspectively, it was a really good challenge for me to just push through fear. And if I can do that on a minuscule scale, it's teaching me that I can do that on a macro scale as well. Where if I'm in a period of my life where it seems like things are getting pretty scary, I don't know if everything I want to happen is actually going to happen. That can be a scary thought. It's like, I'm trying so hard, I'm trying with everything I possibly got, and I'm still might fail. That can be pretty scary. But if you just stay aware of that and push through that fear and choose not to listen to that fear, I think that's the most important part about it. Like, you could say from a spiritual standpoint, is to just choose not to act on that fear. Because I think everyone will get that fear, and I learned that on a minuscule level through this world record. But I chose not to act on it, and I chose to finish the record anyways. And once I finished it, I was glad I did. And
where does this rank as far as things you've done in your life?
I would say this would rank in the top 5 things I've done.
Yeah. Do you feel proud of it?
I definitely feel proud of it. Yeah, I definitely feel proud of it.
And you mean you're not a prideful person? So how do you forgive yourself for feeling proud about it? What makes you feel comfortable feeling proud about it?
Yeah, I had a period where I was getting so much positive feedback where I felt, do I really deserve this? Because I'm not used to putting myself into that spotlight of, oh, I'm the person that's super proud right now and like I deserve all this attention. That kind of weirded me out for a little while. So I spent some time alone. Like that's what I needed, is I needed the time alone with myself to just remind myself that my original intention behind this was to live my purpose. That was it. It was to live my own unique purpose that has to do with me and who I am as a person, my makeup as a person. If that can inspire other people, great. If people don't want to listen to that, great. It's just that's my own unique thing. And once I became aware of that it was a personal thing towards me, and I'm okay with exposing it to the public for the sake of inspiration, because I think that's the best way to be, is to be yourself in the face of the whole world and not to be afraid of that.
Right.
Instead of being yourself like somewhere in a cave, like meditating, like all on your own. I think it's better to be in front of everyone else, being your true self. So I reminded myself of that, and I felt better.
So yeah, okay. So do you feel like the universe is telling you to do more of this kind of stuff?
It's a good question. I do feel intuitively that this is my life path, that this is my purpose, to inspire through music. Whether that's through breaking another world record, or whether it's through just releasing 100 songs, 100 original songs. I guess I take it day by day. Right now, what my intuition is telling me is to do this interview and to keep writing songs and to connect with as many other musicians as I can. But I don't know. I guess all I can say is I don't know what my intuition will tell me tomorrow, because it's always changing, and as long as I stay in touch with myself, I'll always have that answer at that this present moment.
And last question for you, and then I'm gonna jump to Nick for the last question.
Sure.
Do you know of anybody else who participated or was around that your effort had an impact on their life?
It's a great question. I would say that the impact that I made on other people was positivity. The feedback that I've gotten is other people saying that they thought it was so cool to see in the news, like someone chasing their dreams. It made them feel good that someone was really happy, was actually just going for their personal dream. And I wanted to be the proof that that's possible for anyone, for literally anyone. I believe that they can chase their own personal dream. Doesn't matter who you are in the world. I believe it's possible for you. And to get feedback from other people, that to see something positive in the news, on TV, and the newspaper, and on radio, to know that they were smiling about it and that they were stoked to hear about that.
Did anybody expressly thank you?
I would say that the people that expressly thanked me personally were the people on my team who are working with me, because it showed that I was being serious about music and pursuing music. Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Tanner, thank you so much. Nick.
Yeah, how's it
Nick,
going?
you are the manager.
I am.
All right. So what's it like managing a world record breaker?
It's pretty cool. I've gotten a lot of comments about him too, and it's really to see him break a world record. I was pretty proud, I gotta say, because it's
So
hard work.
you're proud of him.
Oh,
as
definitely.
well, yeah.
And thank you. And it inspires me as well to do more. Like he actually, I used to be a performer and guitar player, and I had put down the guitar for a long time. And it wasn't until I brought him up to my hometown and we took over a restaurant at nighttime to perform a show, just a random one, after we did a show in Brainerd. We drove up there and he actually got me playing guitar. So it's kind of inspiring to see him grow, and I also learn a lot every day too.
Okay.
So
All right, so this next part's really important, and I want all of you to pay real close attention, okay? And do your Googles. Tell us all about the music that Tanner's releasing right now.
all right, so he's got 3 more songs that are coming out. We just released Safe and Sound, that's out. He also is releasing Midnight Call and another one,
Falling in Love?
Falling in Love, yes. And they are all going to be streamed on everything, Spotify, Amazon Music. You can pretty much go to every platform and see them. You can also go to www.tannerpetersonmusic.com. You can also go to Tanner Peterson Music on Facebook and see all the songs. You can also download the songs on the website. So, I mean, musically, he's got a lot coming out.
We want to give you guys variety. We want to give you guys a little bit of all the different influences that I've experienced. So yeah, the Falling in Love will be more acoustic, intimate song, and then the Midnight Call will be a little bit more of a rock feel, and then the next one after that will be a little bit more of a funk feel. So we want to give you guys variety, and we want to keep it fresh and interesting.
Right. Well, gosh, Nick, Tanner, first of all, Tanner, thanks for being bold and being an inspiration. You've inspired me today for sure. And thanks for coming all the way up to Fargo.
Yes, Fargo is cool. We like Fargo.
Yeah, it is.
All right.